Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Fernand here. Welcome back to another Rocket League video, and in today's topic, it's actually going to be something that I think is going to be a little controversial, and also you're going to hear some interesting thoughts from me. So the main title of this video is obviously, is there any upside of getting rid of player-to-player trading? And it's honestly a hard topic. So when it originally came out, when the announcement came that player-to-player trading, and people were speculating, why is this a thing? Obviously, we now know why. It's because of Epic Games creating their Rocket League racing mode. But is there any truly upside to getting rid of player-to-player trading? And it really depends on how you look on it. So obviously, I'm not happy. Let me state that off the bat, right? Like, I'm not happy about this. I would much rather keep trading than the things that we're going to get. I'm making that statement right now because I don't want you guys to start thinking that, oh, I'm so happy that player-to-player trading is gone. No, I'm just saying there might, not that there's going to be an upside or anything, but there might be some benefit. So one thing that I did read when I was on Twitter a long time ago, I don't have the official tweet though, is the reason why player-to-player trading could be a good thing is because something comes down with like the item database or something like that. And they're saying, like, obviously this is actually a really good example. Right now we have the Chakram holographic wheels, titanium white. It's like like another version of the Chakram wheels. We could see that a lot, which is actually really disappointing. But like, we could see better and better items, if that makes any sense. So that's one thing. That's like the main thing. The reason why I wanted to make this video is because I really do think we might see better items. They're not going to be free though. That's obviously the biggest downside, and I'm going to state that multiple times. But as a community, we have experienced almost one of the worst items. Like, almost pretty, like, very nonchalant. I'm not going to say their design is terrible. I'm saying they're different, like, meaning, like, I don't know how to put this. Basically saying, like, we haven't seen the best of the best items, especially in the Rocket Pass. And I'm not saying the Rocket Pass is going to change tomorrow. Like, this is clean, this is good, but like, back then we had some pretty amazing Rocket Pass items that people still use to this day. I mean, like, we haven't seen like these are okay, right? Like, they're obviously, if we go through some of my old school, like, if we go through show filters and go to most recent, and we scroll down and we go to like some of the stuff that we used to got back then, there's some pretty cool stuff that obviously not everything is great, but there were some pretty clean wheels, and I feel like we really haven't seen that all too much. We've seen a couple here and there, like the Haunted Hoss wheels were really clean and stuff like that, but I feel like the lack of items and the lack of passion behind their items is something that we really have started missing. But if you guys have noticed, multiple black market decals that have started to come out, for paid by the way, have been a lot better of black market decals. We've gone through a tournament series, which by the way is free items, that haven't really been too great up to par. Like, nobody's really using them. Like, unzipped, like, I feel like that should have been more of an exotic. I'm not saying the decal is terrible, but if you're talking about the rarity of it, like, black market shouldn't be the thing. So that's one thing that I could really possibly see. I mean, we've gotten Shudu, which was paid. Very nice black market decal. By the way, like, what I'm trying to kind of pinpoint is, like, we used to get black market decals like Interstellar, Dissolver for free. Like, we used to be able to trade for those, but I feel like we haven't had like a really good black market decal. But if you guys have noticed, the last couple that have come out paid have been one of the cleanest black market decals that we've gotten when it comes to not tournament rewards, but like, this is, people want to use this. Also, Kilowatt is a pretty good black market decal. Obviously, it was locked behind a paywall, but it was pretty good. Like, it was really good. It was better than most of the other ones that have come out in the past. And then we also got, what was the last one? Sugar High, which was by far one of the most popular. Like, that's such, granted, it's kind of ultra heat mixed with the black market, but it still looks pretty clean and it still is up to par. So I think that's maybe one of the only benefits to getting rid of player-to-player trading, is we could see a better, like, design value. Obviously this is speculation. This is 100% speculation. I don't know if the items are going to get better, but some things that I do enjoy that are like a couple of like paid only, like the Chakram holographic wheels, they're obviously a remake of the Chakrams, but it's a good start. I mean, I feel like the Chakram holographic wheels are actually pretty nice. I'm trying to think of other things that have been in the, I mean, look how much stuff is in the item shop now for no reason. The Bugatti, the NASCAR, like all that stuff, they're just coming out with bundles left and right now. But maybe, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe could happen. Granted, I mean, I could be entirely wrong, and this is good, again, gonna get some hate, but I mean, I'm not saying that this, you know, shouldn't like outweigh the fact that player-to-player trading is gone. I'm just trying to give some positivity. Another thing that I could really see in the future, which again is paid, everything in this video when I say is going to be a positive is paid, by the way. Just wanted to point that out there. I'm just trying to maybe see what can happen in the future of Rocket League, but one thing that I think that could happen as a positive maybe is, well, not even a positive, because again, you get more, I mean, the world is so changed. Like, if we really take the time here to really realize, like, we have our community of players who, you know, we don't want to see player-to-player trading gone, but it's like, I look at some of these comments and they're like, oh, you know, like, oh, more bundles to pay for, which is a good thing. Like, they'll get better content, and I'm like, people are like okay with spending all of these money, like the NASCAR bundles, they're okay with it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but I'm just saying, like, it's definitely, times have changed where we've played Rocket League versus these new free-to-play players that have come in and we're like, oh, okay, we're used to bundles, we're used to all this. So that's, I feel like, the biggest difference that I think we had to start taking into accountability, that like, or not accountability, that like we had to start taking that into account, that like these players are different now. Like, they're okay with spending these bundles because, not trying to be rude in any way, but they're so used to it, you know what I mean? So I feel like for a lot of these players who are okay with this, I feel like we can get a lot more, better bundles when it comes to this stuff. Like, we might be getting a Cars bundle soon, which I'm not gonna lie to you guys, if a Cars bundle comes out, I mean, if it's less than $45, which I don't know if it's gonna happen, but yeah, one of the other benefits I guess I could see happening is we get better deals, like bundles. Like, I mean, if you look at Fortnite, right, like, not trying to compare too much to Fortnite, but like, Fortnite's got some pretty insane collaborations. They got Iron Man, they got all the Marvels, they got Star Wars, they got all this stuff. And it's like, at the end of the day, it is really cool to think about. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, it is really cool knowing that they have an Iron Man skin, I believe. They have all these things. It is pretty cool to say, and I feel like maybe it would be brought to Rocket League in some way or form. I know we did have a DC bundle, which I thought was pretty cool, but I don't know, man. Maybe that could be a benefit that you guys, a lot of people see. Again, in this entire video, I do not want player-to-player trading done. Please do not think that I'm happy about player-to-player trading gone. I'm just trying to think of the future here, because I mean, at this point, I don't see them going back on getting rid of player trading. I feel like it's going to stay, just because we know Epic Games at this rate. We can sign all the petitions, and I signed the petition, but I mean, I don't know, it's really, we're getting closer and closer every day, and not a single announcement, nothing has changed. So I feel like we got to start looking forward, like how I mean, granted, like, the game is definitely dead, but I mean, we got to start moving forward when it comes to like content. And John Sandman did the same thing when crates were gone. Obviously, it was so disappointing, but we had to find different ways to kind of figure it out. And of course, you know, I don't want this, right? Like, I do not want to spend all this money, but I mean, again, if we think of these free-to-play players that are coming in and we think, wow, like, they're so used to spending bundles. Not all free-to-play players, but like, a lot of people are okay with this, and I'm not okay with it, but I'm just saying, like, we got to definitely start thinking of the future and stuff like that. So that's like maybe two things that I can maybe see happening in the future. I'm not gonna say this is great things. I never said these are great things. I'm saying, is there any benefits? And this maybe for some people could be a benefit. Better items for paid. I don't know, I'd rather get items like this again, Interstellar and all that, for, you know, I could trade for it eventually. But even like some of these tournament rewards, I mean, we should have saw it coming. Like, not making these tournament rewards tradable was like a huge, like, what? Like, we should have saw that coming. I'm surprised none of us saw that coming. Like, there's some pretty clean decals in here, but why can't you trade them? You have to earn for them. It's pretty cool. It does make them exclusive. That's what's cool. But like, we should have kind of put 2 and 2 together in the past and be like, yo, why can't we trade these? Like HypnoWeb, I think it's a pretty cool black market decal. Obviously, it's a more of the flashy designer and stuff like that. But I don't know. There's some other good ones that I think that have definitely grown on me when it comes to that stuff. Like, I mean, if we look at black market decals now, black market decals again, I think there's some pretty good ones, some very interesting ones. I think I absolutely love that they're trying new things like Autobahn. Starliner was pretty cool now that I really look back on it. Wacky Taffy, and a couple of others like I enjoyed Skull King. I forget which one that was, but yeah, it just, I don't know. That's like two things that I could possibly see happening in the future. A positive if you enjoy that. I never said they were positives like good things, but just like, is there an upside to removing player-to-player trading? I feel like those are the two main things. I don't see any more money going into this game when it comes to like the gameplay and stuff like that, but I don't know, kind of a sensitive topic. But actually in the next video I'm going to be talking about the new item shop that's actually going to be probably most likely coming out December 5th or December 6th, so stay tuned for that video because that's going to be a really interesting one. I think that one is definitely going to be like, I think I really nailed that one. But yeah, I think those are the two upsides. If you're into that, we might get some better like items, like better designed items that people might use a little bit more. And that's just such another thing. Like, there's so many items in this game that we don't even use because they're not clean, or, you know, I mean, I don't know the majority of the player base, but I do know that a lot of players at the higher ranks use the same thing over and over again. And it kind of stinks because there's so many items in this game that are so cool and nobody really uses them, including myself. I started using random cards just so I can use some of these items. But yeah, maybe we might get better items, especially season rewards. I mean, we all know the past of season rewards at this rate, right? Like, oh my gosh, dude, like they haven't been the greatest, but I mean, they were definitely better than some of the stuff like S4, was it? Like, what is this, man? What is that? That's embarrassing. But yeah, maybe we'll get some better items, some better designed items, maybe, like as in like they put more work into it, not just slap a logo on it and call it a day 2 days before the season reward. But we'll see. And then the other thing is we might get some better bundles, like when it comes to like collaborations. We got possibly cars coming up. Maybe we'll see something like Marvel related, something along the lines that would be pretty cool when it comes to, like, you know, as a fan of a movie or like something. Like, we've had James Bond. I'm not a fan of James Bond, but I've actually never seen James Bond. But, you know, we could see some better collaborations. I mean, a lot of people love the Bugatti. I liked Bumblebee. I thought Bumblebee was pretty cool. Thought it was going to be the Camaro, but I guess they couldn't get rights to it. So I think there could be some pretty cool DeLorean Time Machine Ghostbusters car. That was really cool collaborations, and I don't know. We'll see what happens in the future. Let me know what you guys think of this video. Again, I just want to point this out for the last time. I do not support getting rid of player-to-player trading. I'm just trying to look at an upside here for people that do love the game. I don't think I'll stop playing this. I think I've come to the conclusion that I still really do enjoy playing the game. But yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys in the next episode.